Hey YouTube, it's Ellen420 here, and I've got a bit of an update for you, as well as a question. My update is, it's now the end of my term here at school, and we've just gotten back from the forced break due to the Vancouver 2010 Olympics. The Olympics were amazing. It was really cool to see patriotic in my people, finally. Patriotic in my people. Patriotism in my people. Sorry, it's late. In my little world, it's late. It's like 7 o'clock. Anyway, my point is, so now that we're allowed to go back to school, it's kind of been a little, getting back into the groove of things. And we're gearing up for our final display projects. As I'm assuming a lot of you guys know, I am a pagan. I practice witchcraft, blah, 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 blah. I'm seriously considering starting up a new channel with regards strictly to that. We'll see. The other big update in my life that's affecting that is I'm going to be moving at the end of May. And so with the move and all that, I'm going to disappear for a little bit from YouTube. I'll do a big video showing you guys everything, where we're, my new house, all that stuff. And then I'll kind of go from there. And then I'll consider, that's probably when I'll make a secondary Zellen account, probably with Zellen in the name of it somewhere, because that's my alias, and it will be strictly my pagan stuff, and I will then private all of my responses and stuff like that, and Ellen420 will remain a non-religious channel. But for now, you guys gotta kind of suck up with me and deal with it. Anyway, my question for you is, I found these guys. I'm gonna call them my guys. I think they're quite cute. Some of you might find them a little disturbing. If you have issues with animal parts, I suggest you turn off the video now. Just throwing it out there. But I was thinking that it would be really neat to make them into masks of some sort. I really want to show respect to the animal in a spiritual sense, but I will show you them and then I'll kind of explain the story a little bit. So here we go. Alright, so first off is our little red fox, and he's got both of his ears with the beautiful black tipping. I've got to fix the hole there, and he's got his whiskers and his nose. And then there's, over here, the white fox. Yeah. I warned you guys it might be a little disturbing for some. And as you can see, like, the eyes are open and the ears. And actually, I can even, that's the back of it. So he is tanned. They're both tanned leather. But what these are is the fabric store that I buy 90% of my fabric from, which is a store in downtown Vancouver, which I love. They get a whole bunch of weird odds and ends. And some of their odds and ends includes leftover from the fur industry, or leftover from the furniture industry, or leftovers from Halloween. Like, they have a Halloween section of the store all year round. It is amazing. I bought everything for my costume last year. You saw it. From that store, and it cost me a grand total of $20. Oh yeah, that's how awesome this store is. The fabric there is nice quality, it's good colors, it's cheap. But that's what you expect from a store like this in the downtown of Vancouver. In any case, they had our pelts here, which are very, very soft. They smell a little like tanning chemicals, but what do you expect? So what it was they had a great big box full of these ends. They had leather ends, and then they had fur ends. And the fur ends were fox faces, and then the legs and underbellies. And then they also had a couple of tails in a different section of the store. And we're talking a full-sized red fox tail, which is like a good 1.5 feet long, for $10. which apparently, according to a friend of mine, are very popular for on handbags nowadays and are selling for upward to $50. So it's like, you know, you could easily make some money here. Now, to all the people out there that are like, oh, it's horrible, you have these animal faces and blah, 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 blah. The way that I look at it is at least these parts are being used. Okay? These animals were raised in a situation where their purpose in life was to be raised, to get big, and to be killed. It's horrible. I wish it didn't happen this way. I feel sorry for these two guys. And if you haven't noticed, I speak to them as though they're alive. And if you saw me here, I'm petting them. But I think that they do deserve a lot of respect. And which is why I am going to use them. I'm going to use these leftover pieces for something. So what I wanted to kind of ask you guys was, what do you think I should use them for? I was thinking of making sort of a shamanic masks. I know that this is a summer coat, and I know that this is a winter coat for these animals. And so I was thinking it might be kind of neat to make sort of a mask, not masks, but like shamanic style headdresses out of these for bringing in the summer and the winter. You have to say his ears are so soft. I mean, the actual cartilage is in there and it's like jerky, but the fur is just incredibly soft. Yeah. I feel bad for them, but they're so sweet. And again, they're at least going to get used for something other than, I mean, really, the fur industry, for the most part, they look at this and they go, garbage, and that just breaks my heart. So at least something's coming out of it. Yeah. But anyway, please let me know what you guys think. Give me what your ideas are for what we can use these guys for. And yes, I know the haters out there are going to love this, but suck it up, Buttercup. It's not your house. Anywho, see you later.